This is one of my favorite video games of all time. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Garden Sound 365. My name is Gardner, and you are not listening to the original Galaxy Map theme from Mass Effect. You're actually listening to a sound-for-sound recreation by me. Today we're going to get into how to make that original sound. The Mass Effect Galaxy Map theme was originally composed by Sam Hulick, and it is a testament to one of the greatest video games of all time. If you're not a fan of Mass Effect or space games, I recommend that you at least go listen to the soundtrack. I would also like to advertise that I will be giving away this project file to my supporters on Patreon. Please consider supporting me. It's only $2 a month. The Galaxy Map theme is in the key of G, and it's also at 120 beats per minute, which is perfect for Ableton. This particular song uses one of my favorite techniques in composition called polyrhythm. This is where you have multiple rhythms in the same time signature functioning to obscure or obfuscate the bar line. This first sound here is just a saw wave with a little bit of a low-pass filter as well as reverb and delay. The next thing we hear come in is a big bass note that sounds like this. Again, this is just going to be a saw wave with a little bit of cutoff to round out that sound, as well as some extension on the release. The next thing we hear is a complement to our first line, again with some reverb and delay. Now the next thing we hear is actually a pattern that repeats every 6 notes. Now this is going to be our first example of polyrhythm and is going to obscure the beat a little bit. I believe this sound is a piano, but since I'm trying to remake this entire thing on the Prophet 08, this is the best I've got. Moving on to our next sound, it's a ping noise that happens on the offbeat, so mpa, mpa. This is just a saw wave with a little bit of a band pass, rounding off the highs and the lows. The sound after this is going to require us to use a MIDI arpeggiator inside of Ableton, and is going to be resting on a G. A little bit of noise is added to this particular sound from the Prophet 08. This is going to be automated using both the filter frequency cutoff as well as the gate on the MIDI parameters inside of Ableton. Again, we're going to make this a very wet noise with some reverb and delay. Next, that all-important flute melody that I'm going to be using Contact for. This is the only part of the actual song that I haven't made with the Prophet 08. There's one melody that's going to be just the flute, and then right after that, a response with the flute and my least favorite instrument in the orchestra, the oboe. Sorry to be a hater, I just can't stand the sound of the oboe. You know how some people can't stand the taste of cilantro? Yeah, well, I'm that way with the oboe. But we're going to use it here just to remain authentic. Sorry to be salty, but if you'd like a real double reed, use a bassoon. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you appreciate what I do here on my channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more stuff like this, click on the subscribe button. If you'd like to own this project file, have it on your computer, pick it apart, take a look at things, don't hesitate to support me on Patreon. It's only $2 a month. But as always, my name is GARDNSOUND, and thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.